Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about various methods for the separation of colloids. Here are few methods. First one is mechanical dispersion, second electrical dispersion, third peptidization, and last one is the condensation method. Now we will discuss all these methods in brief. First one is the mechanical dispersion. As its name suggests, mechanical, it means some type of mechanical or direct contact with some machine has been done on the large size of the particle. Then from large sized particle machine work and it convert the particle into smaller one. In this method, the substance is first ground to coarse particle. It is then mixed with the dispersion medium to get a suspension. First of all, the particles are converted into larger particle. Then they are mixed with a particular solvent that is called dispersion medium in case of colloids, and a suspension is achieved. Then this suspension of coarse particle is then grinded in colloidal mill. If anything is grinded in a particular colloid mill, then it will convert this suspension or coarse particle into very smaller particle. The colloidal mill consists of a two metallic disc nearly touching each other and rotating in opposite direction at a very high speed, about 7,000 revolution per minute. Both these discs moves at opposite direction, because if they will move in the same direction, then grinding will not be done efficiently. If the disc move in opposite direction at high speed, for example here the machine is running 7,000 revolution per minute, then it will convert coarse particle into finer one very easily and in a less time period. The space between the disc of the mill is so adjusted that coarser suspension is subjected to great shearing force, giving rise to particles of colloidal size. If the space between the two discs of the colloidal mill is high, then the suspension cannot be grinded properly. If the size or the space where the material has to be placed for the grinding purpose is very small, then the machine will exert a lot of pressure or lot of force on the particles so that they can be converted easily into the colloidal one. Colloidal solution of black ink, paint, varnishes, dyes, etc. are obtained by this method. Second is electrical dispersion method or Briggs arc method. As name suggests, here some electricity has been used to convert particle into colloidal range. In this method, soles of platinum, silver, copper or gold are prepared. The metal whose sole is to be prepared is made as two electrode which immerse in the dispersion medium. Generally water is used as dispersion medium in case of electrical dispersion. Then then dispersion medium is kept cooled by ice. An electric arc is struck between these two electrodes. If arc is produced, it will produce some electricity or some heat, and this heat will convert the particle into the colloidal solution. The colloidal solution prepared by this method is not so much stable, so a small quantity of potassium hydroxide is added only for the purpose of stabilization. Then we are moving towards our third method, and this is peptidization. Peptidization means here some precipitates are going to be used for the conversion or for the production of colloidal particles. The process of converting a freshly prepared precipitate into colloidal form by addition of suitable electrolyte is called peptidization. Here, firstly, precipitate of metal is prepared. The metal or the material is chosen according to the choice. Then these precipitates are treated with suitable electrolyte, and when these two products reacts, then a colloidal form is formed and product is achieved. Reason of peptidization is the adsorption of ions of the electrolyte by the particle of the precipitate, because the precipitate easily absorb ions of the electrolyte on their surface. The electrolyte that is generally used for the purpose of colloidal formation is called peptizing agent or stabilizing agent, and that are sugar, gum, gelatin and electrolyte. Electrolyte does not only convert precipitate into colloids, but it also helps to form stable colloidal particles. So it is also called stabilizing agent. And fourth method is the condensation method. Condensation method comprises of different method. First is by change of physical state. In condensation method, the smaller particles are aggregated together and then converted into colloidal particle. Here, the smaller particle of subcolloidal range are aggregated or mixed together to form larger particle of colloidal range. Some important condensation methods are: number one, solution of substance like mercury and sulfur are prepared by passing their vapors through a cold water containing a suitable stabilizer such as ammonium salt or citrate. Second is by excessive cooling. A colloidal solution of ice in an organic solvent like ether or chloroform can be prepared by freezing a solution of water in solvent. The molecules of water, which can no longer be held in solution, separately combine to form particles of colloidal size. And the last method for the condensation process is by exchange of solvent. Colloidal solution of certain substances such as sulfur, phosphorus, which are soluble in alcohol but insoluble in water, can be prepared by pouring their alcoholic solution in excess of water. If they will be poured in the solvent in which they are insoluble, then we will achieve our colloidal particle. For example, alcoholic solution of sulfur on pouring into water give milky colloidal solution of sulfur. And here is the next miscellaneous method, that is chemical method. Colloidal can also be prepared by following chemical methods or chemical reaction. First one is oxidation. Addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. That is, colloidal solution of sulfur can be prepared by oxidizing an aqueous solution of H2S with a suitable oxidizing agent, that is bromine water. And here is the reaction for the conversion of material into the colloidal size range. Second is the reduction. Addition of hydrogen and removal of oxygen is called reduction, and gold salt can be prepared by reducing a dilute aqueous solution of gold with stannous chloride. Last is hydrolysis. It is the breakdown of water. Salts of ferric hydroxide and aluminium hydroxide can be prepared by boiling the aqueous solution of corresponding chloride, and here the reaction gives the example of hydrolysis.